Oh, it says I'm live. It says I'm live. Let me get to the YouTube side, guys. Am I live yet? Oh, there you go. Let me mute. Let me stop. Hi, Lynn. Thanks for coming, hon. I have somebody joining me, guys. We'll see if they get in or not. We will see. So how's everybody been? Hold on, let me get to. I got too many tabs or something. What is going on? Okay. Huh? Oh, it's been a while, guys. Just thought I'd jump in and see how everybody is doing, how everything's going. It's been crazy here. My daughter came in for a surprise visit on, hold on, guys. My daughter came for a surprise visit.
Come on. Hello.
Hey, are you here?
Yeah. Do you hear me?
Yeah. Click on me so we're not jumping screens. Especially since your camera's going to be off. Everybody, Janine from Genie in a Bottle on YouTube is joining me for some coffee chat this morning too. As you well know, Janine is one of May's new designers. Happy to have her. She has mega talent. So happy to see her on the team too.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Where do I don't know, where do I click on you? I haven't used Google Hangout in forever.
Oh, really? Okay,
yeah.
Bring up your Google Hangout box. And then at the bottom, you see a picture of you and me.
Yeah.
Okay, click on me.
Okay, yeah, it has like a little arrow. Do I click on profile?
No, it should be right at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
okay, the one that shows my picture?
Yeah.
That's the box you want to click on.
Yeah, I clicked on it.
Okay, okay. I thought you were still looking for it.
Oh.
Otherwise, it will jump back and forth every time you talk. It'll go to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how that works. You have to be clicked on a specific person to keep it on the thing.
Oh yeah, see, I'm just used to being on like Skype and not really been too much on any live ones, so.
Oh well, welcome.
Hi everyone. And where can you see like who's on the chat? Like,
okay, hold on. Let me send you a link. I'll send it to you in Facebook, okay?
Okay.
Just click on that link and it'll take you to the YouTube side. And when it comes up, just make sure you mute it and stop the video if you want. That way it doesn't lag anything, but you'll be able to see live chat.
Okay. There I am.
There you are. Okay, now I got to get back to YouTube live chat. There you are. Okay, and we have Lynn's Gracecraft joining us. Oh, there's my Helena. Hello, Helena. How are you and pups doing? I have Genie in a Bottle with me today. Is that not cool? That's cool.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me.
What are you working on, Janine? Well, unless you're working on the DT thing, don't give it all away.
Well, actually, I'm going to start on that today. I kind of did like a little, I guess you would say like a sample of what I'm going to do because I've never done this particular project before. And so I'm going to be filming that today, hopefully. I did want to do a live class, but me and May are still trying to figure out what platform to use, you know.
Right.
And so she told me that today. Hopefully, I did want to do a live class, but
you got to mute YouTube side.
Yeah, I did mute it, but what happened is I clicked on the thing accidentally, and it took me. It like unmuted it by itself. I don't know what the heck that was. Anyway, I was gonna say, hey, is there somebody else in here with us? Didn't even recognize my own voice. Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna film that today, but I had been working. Shh, Cookie, my dog likes to bark. I was working on a mini album that the Kid Club, and I was working.
Are you there?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Your volume went really low or something.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
But you can hear me now, though?
Yeah, I can hear you fine now.
Oh, I don't know. And see, I just started using this computer, and I'm not used to it. It's one of the MacBook Air.
Oh,
and and I'm not used to using those kinds. So I'm used to like the Windows, what do you call it, HP and Windows and.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about Apple.
It's really complicated. Yeah, so like I said, I was started working on my mini album, and I don't know if anybody else has done this, but you know when you're like crafting, but you're tired, and then you notice the next day all the mistakes you've made.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, like for some weird reason, and I wasn't even like that exhausted. It's just I have insomnia, so like I'll craft, but then like my mind kind of just goes blank, and so the next day I noticed that I had glued on the latch upside down, the closure.
Yeah. Did you undo?
Yeah, well, I didn't have any, and so I had to like just take it, and then I glued it with E6000, so you can imagine.
Right.
But yeah, so that's what I was working on last. But today I'm so excited to work on May's kit finally.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I love it, and I have like a few projects in mind, but the first one it's something I haven't done before. So
it's always good to expand on new things and everything. That's exciting.
Yeah, and especially with that paper collection she sent, and
I can't wait to get my hands on mine.
Oh, it's really nice, and I love those flowers from 49 Market. Aren't they pretty?
Nice.
Yeah, so
and then she has her own that she's going to put out, but I'm excited to get the Stamperia paper that I ordered.
Oh, that one's really pretty. I noticed that a lot of people that sell it have problems with at the customs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I know Archana had placed like a pre-order like earlier, like in June or July this summer, and like she was kind of upset. She felt really bad, because people had pre-ordered and paid her and all that, and she was like even offering to give people back their refunds because of the wait time was so long.
Yeah. But no, that's coming in from Italy. Stamperia is from Italy, I believe, but their paper is gorgeous. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I had never heard of them before, and then surprising. I love paper. I love my husband
too.
Me, because I don't know if anybody else does this, but I love the smell of new paper. And
I sniff my Graphic 45 until it's sniffed out. That's just all there is. But not all paper smells the same, I can say that.
Oh, yeah, true that. But yeah, I love the way it smells. And how do you guys like the new one from Prima, the Zella Teal?
I've not seen it. I'm not a big Prima fan.
What? Karen?
Yeah, I'm not. I am not. Now they had some paper pads that they've put out that I have liked, But they go more on the grungy side for me.
Yeah.
I'm not into grunge a whole lot. I know May is. There's quite a few people are, but now I'd like their ledger. I'd like to get their ledger just because I have a grandson and 4 brothers, so that would come in handy for guy background stuff.
Yeah, you know which one would be nice too for you for that? The one oh my gosh, I'm drawing blank. The one that Frank did that has like the browns and it's kind of industrial looking.
I don't know. I'll have to go look.
And usually I know these, but I'm drawing a blank. But yeah, like those are nice, like for masculine things, and but this yellow teal one is pretty.
Something I would like to try from Prima, I'm going to get me some of it too, is them powders.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
What did you say? Tatters?
Powders.
Powders.
The color powders.
Yeah, the one that I got. The artesian powder.
Yeah, what's in them look really, really pretty. There's a couple of colors in that I like to try. But
yeah, the one that I got is that Antoinette pink.
Mm-hmm. Have you tried it yet?
Yeah, so that one's going to be in my project.
Did you like it?
I did. I don't like. I wanted to use it on like resin pieces, but I don't have any. The resin I have just wasn't suitable for the project I'm using. Right. I was never into resin or like molds and stuff, but now I'm like, now that I have that powder, I'm thinking, you know, I might have to invest in some molds. Isn't that awful? Like they like suck you in.
Yes, the only thing about crafting, you can try something and then your mind goes to so many different things it can be used for, and then it's like, oh no, I don't have any of that.
Exactly. And I think that's how they get us every time, because I mean, if you try it and then you want to try it with other things, well, obviously you have to buy other things, and there you are. And so it's kind of hard though. Like, of course, you know what it's like to be on a budget, and then it just seems like when I do have extra money, I never find like good deals or anything. So
I love the window shop. I do a lot of window shopping. Let me tell you, I'm always looking, and I'm always looking for deals.
So you probably do what I do, is you put all kinds of stuff on your wish list or your cart, and
yeah, I do. But I've learned, and I learned this a long time ago. I don't have to have everything that's out there, and what can I use for what I have? And there's some people, you know, and there's nothing wrong with it. There is nothing wrong with it. But even when I could afford to buy whatever I wanted, I learned it a long time ago. What good is that stuff to me if it's just sitting on a shelf and in the end I'm never going to use it? Yeah. To me, that's such a big waste of money. I'd rather use it because for a while there, especially when you start out, I'm sure you can remember how this is, Jenny. You watch somebody and then you're thinking, oh, I would love to try that. But then you think you got to buy every product that they used in that project.
Yeah, and yeah.
You know, and then it's like when you actually get the stuff and you're like,
and then I don't know. And then you only use it maybe the one time.
Yeah, if even that. I mean, I still have several things that are still sitting there in packages. I'll never use it. You know?
It is kind of hard to do that too. Like, and it's like, it's kind of hard to even do some projects. Like, I wanted to make my own mini albums. So for like the longest time, I was like, oh, I wish I had my own chipboard. Well, then like when my birthday rolled around this past May, I got, you know, a little bit spoiled by my husband and my kids. And I bought some 12x12 chipboard from Amazon in the, you know, craft black and white color. And do you think I've used it? No. I mean, it was crazy. That was like one of the top things on my list because I wanted to make my own mini albums, and I haven't even done it.
Oh, chipboard.
So
chipboard is something I keep on hand, but I only get the natural chipboard. I guess it'd be the craft color. And I do have that both in 12 by 12 and my 8.5 and 11.
Yeah.
You know?
See, and I've never made my own mini album.
I thought you had.
Like, no, I've made like I think like I did like an envelope one before and stuff, but I've never made my own out of chipboard. I've always used the Memory Hardware ones, the lazy ones.
Yeah, the pre-made ones.
Yeah, like you get so used to them.
Right. You spoiled yourself.
Well, it's hard because Frank is the one that to our kids, and so it's like they're pretty easy because you just grab them and throw a little paint on them on the edges and you paper them done, and kind of lazy. So I'm thinking, oh, I really got to use that chipboard, and I've been checking out a bunch of people's videos, which I have. Yeah. And so like that's one
I'm telling you, you got to try your own. There's nothing wrong with buying pre-made in kits, but you got to try your own too, because I don't know, it may just be me, but that's just part of the fun. That's part of making it to me, and I enjoy it.
Yeah. I like, and the thing with me is I love like making them like chunky and like really dimensional, my pages, and so it's kind of hard working with those albums.
How big are their gussets?
They're not, maybe like half inch, maybe. Like they're not like, they have like the binding is kind of stretchable because it has like this material on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like like the way the binding is. But it depends, like, because now that I'm doing the gatefold, it kind of has a little bit more like more leverage. I don't know what you call it, but to where you can actually embellish them a tiny bit more. But the ones that aren't like a gatefold and are just a regular, they're kind of, I don't know, they're just kind of hard to if you want to do like a closure on those kind, it'd be hard to, especially if they're, if you put dimensional, even flowers, your flowers have to be really flat.
Mm-hmm.
And your, whatever you put on them, like any other kind of embellishment, it has to be maybe like an eighth thick. Like if you wanted to put like a little piece of resin, which I've done before.
Right.
Or even like, what the heck? I'll put metals, metals are flat. I'll put what are those, saying in crystal little things. It's just, if you put like, some of the flowers have like that the center that kind of has like beads and it's kind of high. Mm-hmm. Those will make your page go, it's kind of, you can't, there's no way of doing a flat mini album. I just don't think I can do it. I did a swap with Sandy this past year. Sandy, Decorate Your Life.
Mm-hmm.
And she did me a gatefold one, and hers actually came out really nice, and she didn't like do a bunch of like, she didn't put any flowers or anything, but she did put like really nice that she used like with her dyes and stuff. And
right.
It was a gatefold, and it actually came out pretty nice, and she was like apprehensive on sending it to me because she said she was like intimidated. My work isn't even that great. Like I was intimidated by hers, and I think that's how everybody feels about each other. You get intimidated because you see other people, and so when you do swaps, it's kind of like, I enjoy doing swaps, but what I don't enjoy about them sometimes, I don't know if everyone else feels this way, but this is how I feel. Like I feel like when I started crafting 3 years ago and started joining swaps, everybody was saying, whatever you do in your swap, make sure you make it and make something you yourself would want to receive.
Right.
And so that's usually what I always do. At least I try to. But there's been like a couple times where I've gotten something and I'm just like, I wasn't mad about it, but it kind of was disappointing because I thought, okay, I know the work this person can do, and
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? And like when they send you something that you're like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know if it's happened to a lot of people, but I know it's happened to me a couple of times where I'm just like, person can do this. I mean, that's not why I swapped with them, but it's just I know what they're capable of, but yet like thrown together.
Right.
So, but I do enjoy swapping, and sometimes I just like more so in the summertime, and when I've never really been in too many design teams then, but when it comes to like the winter, I try to get myself into more design teams then, because that's when my depression sets in worse, because I have that seasonal one.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really need to keep my mind going during the winter time, because if not, I'll fall apart.
Right.
Depression is horrible. And actually, oh, I even hate like even talking about this, but um, back in was it 5 years ago? Let's see, 2013. That was 4 years ago, right? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
4 years ago. On today, 4 years ago, I was rushed to the hospital because I had overdosed on muscle relaxers, and my heart stopped for like 4 minutes. I was like, and that's how severe my depression had gotten.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and like weird is if it wasn't for my little dog, my Maltese that my daughter had bought me, like I don't think that I would have made it, because she was barking. And you know the strange thing is like, understand like everybody says, why would you do that? Because you know I had a brand new grandson, and you know like, but people I don't think are dirty of depression sometimes, especially when forward to your kids being more independent and you're doing like your dream job and everything, and then you all of a sudden can't work anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You're overwhelmed. And then my daughter had moved, had a really close relationship. You know, we were really close. So when she moved, like I say, I don't even remember the me and myself overdosing. Like I really don't happening, but like I say, my puppy was barking up a storm is what my husband, and I don't remember a thing. I don't remember anything. I remember earlier in the day when I was cleaning room, and I remember I don't know what happened. And like he said that he heard the dog barking, and he came in here into our bedroom, and he found the door was locked, so and he knew something was wrong right away. And so he opened the door, he unlocked it, and he said he just picked. He said I even slapped you. He said, and you were not responding. And so stay in there because he didn't want them. If that was going to be the end of me, he didn't want them seeing me like that.
Right.
So like I feel bad that they even had to see me wheeled out like that, but I think it made them like, you know, the like serious. I don't think they really understood it. So yeah, that was rough. The police officer got here first, and he tried doing CPR. My husband said, and then like the fire department got here, the paramedics, and he said like they put something down your throat. He said I don't know what they were doing. He said, but then they wheeled you off pretty fast. He said, but the paramedic said the next day, well, the doctor said that my heart was stopped for 4 minutes. And so I think like I'm so grateful that I didn't pass away. So, you know, it makes you appreciate things more, and
Mm.
makes you appreciate life more. But I just like, you know, I want people to know that depression is not like, you know, and I didn't realize that mine was that bad because I knew it was bad, but I think because I had first been diagnosed with it in 2007, and so that's when my older kid's dad was killed by a drunk driver, and but it wasn't that bad. You know, I was still living life pretty normal, but I would have my days and stuff. But I think what happened is in 2011 when and had his accident, he became disabled. I think everything just came to a head, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
so, in 2012, that's when I was told I couldn't work anymore because of my fibromyalgia and arthritis that I have in my spine. So, um, I think just everything just kind of came crashing down, and I knew I was depressed, but I didn't think it was that bad. And then, humongous wake up call, I tell you.
Right.
Like, and so like it bothers me sometimes. I don't know if you notice, say like that, like people with depression, they claim to be depressed and they're just lazy and stuff. It's like if you don't know what it's like or experienced it, which I
Okay, wait a
wouldn't
minute.
want
Something's going
anyone.
on with your sound again, Janine. Do you have a headset on or something?
No, I don't.
Maybe you're turning your face away from your microphone, wherever your microphone is.
I don't even hold on.
There you go. That sounds better.
I think that's what happened is I had it down on my lap.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think like I say, that it made me realize so much, you know, that, you know, life isn't that bad, and there is like, you know, I had to go to therapy and all that for it. And that's when my therapist was like, you really need to take up something, some kind of hobby or something to keep your mind distracted, you know, so you're not just constantly thinking of all your stresses or whatever. And so that's when I kind of started researching, because I wanted to do like stuff for like my grandson or stuff like that. And that's when I started like taking down notes and stuff, and started checking out everyone's channels. And then so in April I did my first altered box, which was for my daughter. And now I look at that box and I'm like, oh my gosh, I could have done a better job. But I mean, of course, it was my first one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I
guess
still have my first project too.
yeah, and I think that's how everybody starts off. Like you look at your first one, you're like, But yeah, so like I say, like I like I don't know, like now like everything is like more uh like to me, I don't think my life is that bad anymore. You know what I mean? Like it made me realize what I do have and appreciate things more. I think if it wasn't for crafting, I think I don't know. Like it has really helped me so much. Like, and I think that I've met a lot of people through the crafting community that it's way too with their illnesses or whatnot. And so I guess that's like a big plus for, you know, crafting, you know, that it helps people. And I never used to craft ever before, you know, when you do like stuff for school with your kids or stuff like that. That's the only thing I ever did for
Right.
craft as well as any kind of crafting. And so and now it's like I really enjoy it, and I have like a bucket list. So one of those that's on my bucket list is a project I'm going to do today, and I'm so excited for that. And um, I love the maze chipboard. Have you had it yet? Do you have the chipboard yet, Karen?
No, I'm still waiting for her to ship me my stuff.
Yeah, it's really nice. I really like it. Yeah, so I'll be using one of those today in my project. And I
Oh,
forgot to ask you, how was your visit?
it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta plug in. Shoot. Okay, wait a minute.
I can't. Oh, I had to what do you call it? Reload the chat because I couldn't see anyone on there.
You just have to hit F5. Well, I don't know if Apple even has an F5.
No, actually, maybe the.
I don't know how to do it on your end. Then don't want to either. I'll stick to Windows.
This thing is so weird because like when you want to like copy and paste something, you have to press like different buttons. Like I don't know, it's not as easy as it is with your mouse where you just double click.
I understand because I have a lot of photography friends and graphic designers and stuff. That's all they use is Apple. No, I know.
Yeah,
I hear complaining too.
I actually
but that's the only thing you can own. That's the best out there. No, thank you. I'll take your money and I will build my own.
Well, yeah, well, like that's what I thought. Like when I first before I even got this, I was like, oh, I want one of those so bad. I want an Apple computer, and now it's like, no, I don't like it. Like I'll just stick to my regular. Like I had a Dell before. I used to love that thing. And I'll still use it, but it's I don't know what the heck happened to it. Like it doesn't. I've already had it looked at and everything. Just something with it connecting to the internet.
I'm not real happy with. Now my laptop's Aussie, but my home computers and stuff I've literally built myself since 2000.
Okay.
My home computers, desktops and everything, I built my own. Not real happy with Dell and them when it comes to working on stuff. So, and Apple, I just don't see, to me, they're not worth the money because you buy a basic Apple, you're starting anywhere between 800 and 1,000. Then, at least for my kind of friends that deal with what they work in the fields that they're in with their photography and their graphic designs and everything else, web designs, they're adding more money into it to get the RAM space they need, the memory and everything else. And it's like, you're already upgrading before you even get it. I do not understand that.
Yeah. I know that, like, I'm not like the most like computer literate person, but I mean, I do understand a lot.
Apple fans, they're diehard, man. They are diehards. They are loyal to their brand. I respect that. More power to you. But Apple is it is a whole nother language unto themselves.
Yeah, because even like my son loves Apple products. Like he is so faithful to his Apple, the different phones that come out and everything. And it's like, and like he will not budge. I told him like his phone was falling apart one time, and I told him just get just something, for now till you can get a replacement. He's like, no, I'll just deal with this one. And I was like, really?
I have a friend in New York. She's a graphic designer. Oh my gosh, she's so pro Apple. And she was saying something about one of the iPads. Now this is going back several years. Okay. I've known her since like 2000. And I said, we were on Twitter together one day. I said, I've never seen one. And she's like, what? I said, and I got to thinking about it. Even when I was going to tech school, we did not have no Apple products in that class.
Oh.
And I told her, I said, I don't think I've ever been around an Apple product. I said, I've never seen an Apple phone, never been around an Apple computer or the Mac Pro. And she writes back to me, how are we even friends? Like, how do you even exist in my world? I'm like, hey, honey, you call me.
Oh, that's too funny. Yeah, like, and isn't it weird how they get fascinated over like the smallest upgrade or like I know my son's always like, Mom, look what they came up with. And to me it's like, okay, like to me that's nothing
Yeah.
crazy to get all crazy about. But I guess everybody has their thing. I mean, they already see my crazy reaction when I get new paper. So
Right. Right. And I can be that way about software and tech stuff. I really can. I like my craft stuff too. Holy cow.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just don't.
I
I don't get Apple though. I don't get the price tag that goes with Apple. I
oh
don't.
yeah.
I don't understand having to. I don't. I guess what I struggle with is the price. And maybe if I wasn't, maybe if I didn't build my own computers, I would know, you know. But I don't get where you buy something right off the bat, you're already paying that brand new price, and you're not even getting what you want to get. You still got to install more memory. You still got to add a bigger CPU and stuff. And it's like, I don't get that.
Yeah, well, I think that like, well, with this one's my daughter's, so thank God I didn't buy it. But um I still like with my Dell one, I had got that one through, what is that? Like where you like do auctions, where like you auction for it and like or you do bids for it, should I say?
That's an
I don't remember the site it was at, and like I think I only paid like $100 for it, and it was brand new.
Oh, you can't beat that.
And yeah, and it was brand new, and it lasted me a long time. But the my husband, I mean my son's the one that had told me about that website, and we actually got like some not iPads, but those they're like iPads, but they're not from Apple. He had gotten like a couple of those too, and they were different, like generic brands, but um, that Dell computer, I love it, and I have like, well, I actually one day loaded up on USB, on some USBs, like my pictures of my grandson and stuff like that that I wanted to save, because I thought, what if my camera gives out? I mean, my camera. What if my computer gives out and I lose all my stuff? You know. Hi, Shan.
And yeah, that's why I have external drives. I have a couple Western Digital external drives that my stuff is backed up onto. I have stuff. I'm sorry, guys. I have stuff that's on DVDs. They're only going to last so long, though, too. And then
Yeah.
I have stuff that's registered with Copyright Trade Office for up there, too. Because your electronics, no matter what, they're only going to last for so long. And when I will get, which I haven't gotten an external drive in a couple of years, but I've got an empty external drive that I've not used, and that one's a Seagate. Yeah, and when I go to, it's bigger than the two Westerns that I have, and when I go to plug that in, when I use it, I will upload my Western digitals to that, and then whatever else until it's full. And that's just how I do to keep my stuff, because as a photographer, I've got tons. I've got weddings, I've got portraits, you know, plus my own photography of my stuff. So
Wow.
I have to make sure I keep stuff, because especially with portraits and weddings, you can bank 30, 40 years from now, families are going to start contacting you. Do you happen to still have my parents, you know, weddings, portrait, family pictures? Because by then they're wanting to do stuff for the anniversaries.
Yeah.
You know, so to me, it's important that, you know, you have to keep that stuff up to date and on live stuff, because eventually, like my first Western Digital is full. I don't use it unless I'm backtracking and I'm looking for specific images that I know are on that drive. But it's old too. It's oh my gosh. What's this, 2017? So it's
Yeah.
got to be at least 10 years old. At least 10 years old. Eventually it will give,
Yeah.
you know.
And that's the hard thing, I think, with like storing things, because like you say, like even the discs, like everything is coming up new and more complicated, that you got to deal with storage stuff. Like even that cloud thing, Like, I don't even know if I would trust that. I'm not sure. Like, I've heard that it's not, you shouldn't trust that, but
I don't trust it, but that's personal. That's personal because you don't know in 10 years if the cloud is even still going to be around. Your stuff is there. And then all of a sudden you got gigabytes and gigabytes and terabytes of data in one place. Where are you going to download that to?
yeah.
Where is, if you know they go out of business or they don't want to do it anymore, you're going to have stuff on hand to download that to. And nowadays they're making, a lot of people are making the flash drives. I've not done a whole lot of work on the flash drives yet to see even what they think the life expectancy of a flash drive is. And I've heard you could get a lot on a flash drive nowadays. They were only a couple gigabytes when I knew they were coming out. It depends, you know. It's, you got to figure, you have to figure out what's important and then how you're going to keep up with technology. The cloud could keep going, but man, there's so many different clouds now. Amazon has its own cloud. I think Google has its own cloud. And then there's that, what is that one? Dropbox?
What is it called?
Dropbox.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen that one too.
Yeah, you know, and so I don't know. I don't know. You have to, everybody has to take their chance.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't want to lose, like I say, like, and video that I had of my grandson, like his first birthday and stuff like that. It's like, I mean, I know my daughter will still go print pictures, stuff like that. But I know one time people were saying, like, what, you know, they should go back to the whole film thing and, you know, developing film like the way they used to. And it's like, I think the world just got too, you know, much more advanced in like technology and stuff. So you have to kind of, I guess, like, advance yourself just as much as things are advancing, you know. And I think that kind of complicates things, because it's like, you see, like, I the other day, me and my daughter were looking at pictures from, like, you know, from when I was younger, and even my siblings were younger and stuff like that, because I come from a really big family. I'm the youngest. And I mean, I have nieces, and so we were looking through all the pictures, and my daughter says, how come they don't make this kind of pictures anymore? Because it was like almost like a thick cardstock type of thing, and it has like in the back where you can jot down, you know, the date and all that. And it was just like a weird, you know, you don't see those kind of pictures no more. They're like from the 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
And so she says, I would rather have those kind than, you know, than the ones that you can just say. Like, she goes, I actually want a physical picture when I can.
Maybe that's, that's something she can take up, because I know people that do their own development now. You know.
Yeah. Because I know that
they've turned a spare closet into a development thing, but I don't even know if they develop, if you can actually take film anymore anywhere.
Probably. I know, like, when at the grocery store here, we used to have this thing where like the company or whatever would pick up your film, and then like once a week or something, and then they would bring back your film. But I'm not sure, because I know like a local photographer too also had that, like from Kodak. I think it was Kodak. But I have no idea like where they weren't processing it right there. They weren't developing there.
No, Walmart. I know our Walmart. I don't know if you can even drop it off anymore. It seemed like they stopped it. Walgreens may. I'm not sure, but I don't think Walmart does it anymore.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't remember where my daughter was taking it, but I don't know. I used to love. I remember when I had my third child, giving us like a camera with like a bunch of rolls of film, and so I have like tons and tons of pictures, you know, of him. And it's not like, favored him, and we just took nothing but pictures of him. But he was, you know, he was our youngest. But the thing is like, apparently I went picture happy or something, because that poor kid, he's got pictures doing everything. And my daughter, my youngest son, always say, Mom, why did you take so much pictures of him and not us? And it's like, it makes me feel bad, but I think we just went kind of camera crazy when we had him. And but like, I have all those pictures, you know, and I do have some in albums and stuff like that, but eventually I would want to get them, you know, in some nice scrapbooks, or and some, I even have like those big gallon Ziplocs full of pictures. And
Oh, you gotta get, oh, you serious woman. You and I are gonna have to talk after the show. You got to get them out of that gallon Ziploc bag. Wow, no.
It's bad. Like me and my daughter were looking at them the other day, and she's like, gosh, man, you have so many pictures. And I'm like, I know, I need to take the time to put them.
Yeah, you'd be better off to put them in a shoebox than in that gallon bag.
Yeah.
Because
yeah, well, they're not like loose in the gallon bag. They're in those, remember like when you take your film to get developed and you get little photo albums?
Mm-hmm.
They're in those, and they're not like closed, like sealed or anything. I mean, they're getting air.
Okay, because I was like, anything can sweat inside a gallon bag.
No, they're open. The bags are older than that. But I do need to do.
I mean, you
something
like
with
make
them, though,
me want to
because
drive
like
to your house right now and rescue your pictures.
I know. I mean,
out of the way, Janine. Let me handle this.
and I shouldn't say that I'm bored. Like, maybe I should do something with that boredom and pictures done. But kids have something like to pass on or something. But
I guess it's time for you to start cutting that chipboard and start making some family albums to put your pictures in, honey.
Yeah, because I really love, like, my mom used to have this like I don't know, it's not older, but it's like a long time ago, where they had like kind anymore, but the photo corners are already.
Yeah.
One of those she had, and I mean, those things were already falling apart. So she took them out and put them in a photo album, and that's where she had them. Like, she was really good about pictures, but with our size of family, she kind of got overwhelmed with so many pictures. So
well, you remember them albums with the you took off like that plastic stuff, laid them down on there, and put that plastic back on top of them? Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can now. I couldn't.
Oh, I think it's probably my internet.
Oh, okay.
It
There's
gives
a
out.
lot of them that are damaging people's images and stuff now too.
Yeah,
Oh, guys,
I did notice, like,
go ahead.
that.
Oh, I hear you now.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes, like, I notice that I don't like, and then I've noticed, like, if everyone's using the internet at the same time, your internet kind of goes slower than it should.
Do you have YouTube side playing?
YouTube, the website on,
Yeah.
it's not playing. Or hold on, let me look. Oh no, because you told me to mute it and to
Mute it.
stop it.
Stop it from playing. Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so that ain't that's dragging it down then. I don't know, hon.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, we have so many issues with this internet service, and then they charge you so much for it. And I was actually supposed to be moving to my mom's house, because you know, her house is like an hour away, but she lives in Colorado with my sister, and I'm having to like go and check on the house, and it's kind of like a pain, you know. And so me and my husband thought, well, we'll just move over there, and that way our kids can just have this house, and they can, you know, my younger son's the only one still in school, but he's already a junior, so we thought, you know, he can get himself to school. And then my daughter moved back, so you know, we need more room because we only have like a 3-bedroom. But we were going to move to my mom's, but that place is so remote that it was going to take them like 7 weeks just to like go set up the fiber optic to install at my mom's house. And I was like, you, like, because they barely just now like are getting with the times. Like, it's like I'm surprised they still weren't with dial up, but but they were, you know, like, it kind of bugged me because I signed up for the fiber optic like over a year ago, and now they're telling me, oh, well, you know, we need to put you on the waiting list again. And I was like, you're kidding me. So that's the only reason I haven't moved yet. Like, I already had everything ready to go. And
right.
I mean, and like me, I was gonna have like my own craft room, like for like, it was about time that I had my own craft room, because right now I craft in my bedroom because I have like a sitting area in my bedroom, and that little sitting area is my craft room, and it's like I'm getting pretty crowded in there. Like, oh my gosh, I'm having to put stuff in the closet, and so I was excited that I was finally gonna have a craft room at my mom's house, because she has this one room that's really bright, and like there's always light coming in through there, and I thought that'll be perfect. But now I gotta wait, and I'm not gonna move during the winter time, that's for sure. So
right.
Hopefully by spring I can, because I mean, her house is big. It's just that the town is so small, and they're so like, it's just I don't know, they're not, I mean, yeah, they have like internet and stuff, and like they have like through the phone company, but the phone company wanted you to be on a wait list too. It was kind of crazy. And you know, the company Dish,
Yeah.
well, they have like internet and TV and telephone service. Well, they told me that I qualified for TV services but not internet, and I was like, how do you figure? How?
No, my town's the same way. I can get Dish. I can get the other satellite. There's even Cox Cable in town, and you can get their TV service, but you cannot get their internet service. That goes through our phone company only.
Yeah, that's so weird. I don't. And right now we're through Xfinity Comcast or whatever it is, and that thing, it's so expensive, like I say. And then you, like, even your TV services, like your most basic, you know, channel lineup that you can get is like, it doesn't drop from freaking like $60, and then plus your 40 something, and then they add all those taxes, so you're paying well over $100 for your basic TV services and internet. And it's supposed to be high-speed internet, and I was like, I don't find nothing high-speed about it. Like, it's always slower than heck, or it gives out, or I don't know. I don't like it, but what can you do if that's all you have, you know?
Right. I agree.
And
know what you're talking about there. But anyway, we're going on an hour, and I like to try and keep my shows down to an hour, Janine. And
I hope I didn't like over chat and like.
No, that's your okay. I'm just fixing to show some stuff that I'm making. These are just flowers that I've done, guys. Created.
Are they fabric?
Lace and stuff.
Okay. Oh, those are pretty. Yeah.
I think this one. Ow.
I think I've only made one lace flower ever.
No, I like to make my lace flowers.
Yeah, they're pretty.
When my daughter was in, she found some stuff, and she's like, "Mom, stuff." I'm gonna be making hair bows for Kendra, which I know will end up on Nick's head.
Well, I have
But I have these. I have these that I'm going to use, and then I have these clips because they just got to go in the hair. Okay, Smoke, just a minute. We'll be done.
Do you have, I mean, do you like working with feathers? Because I have these feathers that are there, and I can send you those. They're for hair stuff. You don't like feathers?
I'm not big on feathers. Sometimes there's an appropriate thing. I don't know, but I know like I'm allergic to feathers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I couldn't even sleep on feather pillows or anything. So I don't know, you know. And then one time I bought some. What's some stupid? Is it baraboo feathers?
Yeah.
Everybody like. Okay, I bought some pink ones. Oh, they look so beautiful, Janine, on eBay. They look so beautiful. And I got mine in the mail from eBay. And I was like, that chicken had the chicken pox or something when they picked that damn. Those were some of the sorriest baraboo feathers I had ever seen in my life. And I was like, I am done with feathers.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh I
still have them. I'm so upset I couldn't even throw them out. They are still in an envelope somewhere because whenever I think, oh, I need them feathers, I go dig them out and I look and nope, I sure don't.
I love these I think they're the ostrich feathers. And I have these black ones that I got from a thrift store when I went, and they had like this package of them. I think they're ostrich or like I think that's there. And I did this like 2-3 years ago, probably like 3 years ago. I did this. I had a swap to do like a mask, you know, like what are they? Like a masquerade mask, and I actually like I cut them. I didn't cut them up, but I cut them along the base of it, and they're really tiny. And with, mind you, I glued each one. With a tweezer, I got each one and glued it around like the eye part of the mask and on the top part of the mask. And that thing, I love the way it came out. And I was like so scared that they would fall off because they're so dainty and like delicate. But I love those things, those ostrich feathers. And I still have a few black ones left that I want to use on something. And I had some white ones from, I think I bought them when, what's her name, had a store, Shabylicious. I forget her name. Oh my gosh.
I don't know who that is, hon.
Lily.
Oh, I don't know her.
Yeah, she's like from the UK or somewhere, or I don't know. She's from across the pond, but she used to sell like a bunch of really pretty laces, and like it was right before she closed, and I bought some because I never really buy laces. Like I love laces, but I don't really ever buy them. But I bought some from her one time, and oh my gosh, I bought some of the white feathers, and they're really pretty, and I have yet to use them. And so, but I've always been wanting to do my own lace flowers, and trust me, I've tried.
They're easy to make, and there are so many stinking videos on the YouTube. They're easy. I enjoy making them, but right now that's about all I can do, and I'm not even sure if I can because my wrist is still sprained. I tried scoring this morning. Nope, that's not working. So I told Nikki I would make these up and mail them to her on the first. Like I have these, and these are
I love that.
made these and sent them to me. So
I like those.
They're gonna go to
I love that. That's like a soft pink. I love that one.
Yeah, I think she said they're made from chiffon material.
Oh, okay.
So and I know she'll be happy knowing that they're gonna go to my granddaughter.
Well, I've been wanting to make those ones because you can even ask May, since like I met May, I've been wanting to do a brooch bouquet, and I've been saving all my brooches. And like when I was on her design team before, when I was on her,
that's a lot of brooches, and I'm not sticking them all in one place.
Oh no, I'm not gonna stick them all on, but I do want to make a brooch bouquet. But I've been saving, like I say, when I was on Creating with Details design team, like before, she had sent me some, and I wanted to make like my own flowers, like the silk ones that that you can use. And but I'm just like the biggest procrastinator. I haven't done it, and but I wanted to start with a simple lace flower before I got into the more nitty gritty ones, you know, more complicated.
Okay.
But
I'm
you
going to
know,
cut you off because it's 5 after and we're going to go. Okay.
oh, okay. But thanks for
Say goodbye,
having me.
Janine, to everybody in live chat. Um,
Goodbye, everyone.
this is if Janine type in the live chat box, hon, just in case anybody isn't following Janine. She is Genie in a Bottle on YouTube. If you click on her name, there'll be 3 dots that come up. If you click beside there, it will take you to her channel. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe to my friend, and you'll be able to see anything that she's doing. She is on several design teams, and she has a design team project for May from Creative Scrap Designs coming up. So type hello, Janine, or something.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I did.
okay, there you
Okay,
go.
well, thanks so much for having me, and I hope you get to feeling better. And
Oh, yeah. I just get my hands strong. I just wasn't expecting it to be this long, but I put that thing on now and then because it's actually wearing a, from me wearing it, it's trying to
okay,
get
oh my
like a
God.
blister. So I got to take it off after so long. And oh, you do not want to start sweating or get your hand wet and get in that
Oh,
thing.
yeah, I'm sure, because then it's never gonna.
No, I thought I'm going to have to find the biggest knife in the house the other day and saw this thing off my hand. It was not coming off, Janine. So anyway, guys, stick
All
with
right,
me for a second, Janine. I'm just going to stop broadcasting. Thank you for everybody that joined
thanks,
us.
everyone. Bye, everybody.
Hope you all have a great weekend. Okay, bye, guys.